Thanks again for tuning into the Allen Alert on the Real Ass News Network. First things first, I've been hearing about this whites only colony being set up. Looks like, whoa, look at this quote. Eric Orwell says, "You want a white nation? Build a white town." In Arkansas, they're hammering away trying to build an all white settlement, better known as Heaven. I'd love to move there, but unfortunately, my dog is black. 40 people live there, and hundreds more have paid to be members. I wonder what it costs to be a member. Blonde haired and blue eyed, that's me. Plenty of Nazi references on the group's public chat on Telegram. Peter Kassir, or whatever, has posted the phrase 1488. 14 refers to the 14 words, a white supremacist slogan. And H is the eighth letter of the alphabet, so 88 means HH, which would be Hail Hitler, naturally. He says it's a funny comment, a throwback. And we all make funny comments sometimes. Sometimes we all just do a little throwback, a little Hail Hitler, it's not a big deal. I don't really get the whole hubbub about it. This guy's got his own place. As I said, I'd love to move there, but I don't think they'd be letting Lambo come along. Lambo! He don't want to hear about it. Lambo's very against this kind of thing. Lambo is actually a champion for the Black Lives Matter movement. Ain't that right, Lambo? Come up here. Come up here. Say hi to the camera. Lambo, how do you feel about Black Lives Matter? Yeah? Is that good? He likes the Black Lives Matter movement. How do you feel about this group that's setting up an all whites only settlement? Something you wouldn't be allowed in. Oh. And he's gone. He does not like the sound of that. What does this say? I think all historical figures are complex, multidimensional, but when I say you're going to have to wait for that new Hitler to arise, I'm not saying that you're going to have to wait for a new person to start a new Holocaust. I'm saying they're going to have to wait for a charismatic leader who's going to advocate for your interests, because that's how a lot of people see Hitler. I think a lot of people also see him as the guy who orchestrated the Holocaust. But he's saying he's going to be the new Hitler. This guy looks like he might be missing one of his testicles, if I'm going to be honest. Let's get a good look on this feller. Jesus Christ. This dude looks like he could hear anything. Orwell insists that what he's doing is entirely legal, but because it is a private club and so exempt from equality legislation. Experts I spoke to doubt that, but the group has invested tens of thousands of dollars in legal research and believes that it has created a viable framework for many more communities to come, both in the U.S. and worldwide. 3 other settlements are underway right now, all in what Orwell sees as a path to power. I don't know if Orwell's going to be the new Hitler, because, like, Hail Hitler, that rolls off the tongue. It's Hail Hitler. Heil Hitler. Real easy to say. Heil Orwell. Heil Orwell. Heil Orwell. It's not going to work. Ah, man. He also looks like a goon from a 1940s cartoon, so I don't know if this is going to work out for you, buddy. I mean, all the more power to you. They're drinking goat milk, it looks like. The nearest community is Ravenden. Let's pull this up on a map. They said it's Arkansas. Ravenden, Arkansas. Pretty sure that's the name of the Assassin's Creed Valhalla thing. Well, let's see. I was born in Arkansas. Sounds like it's the land of the free to me. Pretty far away from where I was born. Up by the Missouri border, not too far from Springfield or St. Louis, but in Arkansas yet. Mark Twain National Forest. We know how Mark Twain felt about black people, so I'm sure he would be a fan of this. Pretty far drive from where I'm at. I would have to get a U-Haul, or maybe one of them moving boxes. Yeah, but I don't know if I call up one of them like moving companies and I say, "Hey, you got to move it to this all white settlement." I would hate to have them park outside because the ethnic people that are moving all my stuff wouldn't be allowed in to drop my stuff off. Then I got to carry a fucking couch down a quarter-mile gravel road. I'm just seeing all sorts of problems with this, guys. I don't know if this is the best idea. Trying to make it work. I don't know. I think I'm out, but all the more power to you. All right. Next up, we got this video. Trump says, I have the right to do anything I want to do. I'm the president. He has the right to do anything he wants to do, which is an insane amount of power and responsibility. I got to tell you, if I was the president and I was able to do whatever I wanted to do, shit, the possibilities are endless. I could play Xbox past 9 p.m. I could have ice cream for breakfast. I could buy that cool Corvette Hot Wheel that I've been wanting to get, because you can do whatever you want. I could walk into the damn Dollar General and get it myself and not even pay for it, because if you're the president, you can do whatever you want. Let's see, what else would I do? I would drive 10 over the speed limit, because I got places to be, because I'm president. I would smoke cigarettes again, go past 4 hours of screen time a day. I don't know, there's just so many possibilities that I can't even think of everything that I would do, man. I would play Guitar Hero. I don't have Guitar Hero. I wish I did. I would play it. I would never leave the Xbox, man. I would hire a maid to bring me food when I needed some, like Mountain Dew or Doritos or mac and cheese portable or whatever it is. And then they would take all the food away, and then I would have them build me a chair that's built into a bathroom so I could sit there, and all I would have to do is play Xbox. Being the president sounds awesome. That's all I'm saying. If I was the president and I could do whatever I wanted, I would move to this all-white settlement in Arkansas and make them take me even though I have a black dog. How's that? That's what I'm going to do. What else do we got? Lots of stuff going on in the Missouri/Arkansas area. A Supreme Court justice was appointed in October of 2023, and this has just come to my attention. Judge Ginger K. Gooch. Damn, that's a name. She's blonde though, so I doubt she has a ginger gooch. Here's the thing. Imagine getting... Oh, here's a ginger gooch right here. This is a ginger gooch. Say hi, Earl. Aw, here's a sweet kitty. Ow! Fuck. What the hell was that for? Imagine being sentenced to life in prison by Ginger Gooch. Imagine Ginger Gooch gives you freaking parole. Get out of here. The freaking cat keeps walking across my damn keyboard. He bit the shit out of me, you know that? All I ever am is nice to you. Give you food twice a day. You're plenty fed. You got all these toys. Spend all this money on cat trees and shit. And he bites me. You know, if I was president, I would have you arrested. Asshole. Alright. And now for this week's Look at This Shit video of the week. Look at this shit. Jesus Christ. You know, if I was president and I could do whatever I wanted, that's what I would do. She's 9 years old. That is a she, right? Yeah, that's a girl. Alright, let's run this back. Jesus Christ. If I was 1/10 as cool as this 9-year-old girl, I would never take shit from anybody again. Jeez. Holy shit. This is like what I thought I looked like when I was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater back in the day. I was thinking like, dude, if I actually like got some rollerblades or like a skateboard or whatever, I could totally do this shit. If I tried to do this now, I'd end up breaking 3/4 of the bones in my body. But if I was president and I could do whatever I wanted, this is what I would do, because this is what I want to do. Jesus Christ. All right, I guess moving on. So a Polish CEO named Piotr. Jesus Christ. What is this? New York Post. Got 1,000 freaking ands in the way. Polish CEO Piotr Piotr Polish CEO. Okay, let's figure this out quick. How to pronounce Szczerzik. Szczerzik. Let's hear it. You guys getting that shit? Szczerzik. So how do you pronounce Piotr pronunciation? Piotr. Yeah, that's what I said. Wait. Piotr. 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 Yeah, it's Piotr. I forgot how to pronounce his last name already. So anyway, Polish CEO Piotr Szczerzik, who snatched a hat from the U.S. From a boy at the U.S. Open, finally apologizes, saying it's a necessary lesson in humility. He apologized for getting caught. I don't know if you've seen this video. Let's pull it up. Watch this shit. Snatch. Aw, poor kid. Maybe he should have been a little quicker. Kamil Marchak. Crazy. I would like to unequivocally apologize to the boy who has harmed his family as well as the fans and the player himself. I made a serious mistake. He says, everybody, I sincerely apologize. I did not think I was being recorded, and I had no idea I was going to be caught. I made a serious mistake in not looking out for the cameras beforehand. I also should have been a little bit quicker so they couldn't catch me. That little kid is a little pansy-ass bitch, and he should have been a little quicker. And so, wait, boss of the paving stone company. Like it says, the boss of the paving stone company. He's a CEO, but they call him the boss of paving stone company Drogbrook. So he's the boss of the company. That's some real European shit. He said he believed tennis star Kamachkar was signing the hat for him to give to his sons when he appeared to grab that cap from the little boy. I would like to unequivocally apologize for being caught on camera. If I had known the camera was there, I would have been a little more sneaky about it, he says. There's a picture of the guy. That looks like any middle-aged dad in the United States that cares too much about Little League soccer or baseball. It's exactly what it looks like. Buys his kid all the fancy gear that costs way too much money just for his kid to sit 3/4 of the game, and he's going to scream at the coach because they're down a point and he needs to put their kid in. But his kid runs like a lopsided giraffe, doesn't know how to kick a ball, doesn't know how to hit a ball, can't do nothing, but he gets all sorts of pissed off because he's trying to relive his own glory days. That's who this guy looks like. If his ancestors had moved to the U.S. like they should have, that's exactly who this guy would have turned out to be. And he would have been a middle manager at a regional bank and would have been way too into that, would have called himself an investment banker and had all of his money tied up in, paying off his boat and his house and his 2 cars and his wife's new car. Earl, hey. Earl, I'm trying to record. Freaking asshole. Earl, you're never going to be a correspondent on this show. You know that? You're a real piece of shit. If I was president, I would have you hanged. I got serious beef with this cat, guys. I'm so nice to him. I'm so nice. Anyway, let's see what else is going on with this guy that stole a hat. It was a painful but necessary lesson in humility for me. Who has been the center of outrage after the video went viral last week, said he has apologized to the boy and his family for his actions. He also claimed that neither he nor his family had made any statements regarding the incident prior to Monday, debunking viral posts that have been made in recent days pretending to be him and mocking the situation. The follow led to countrymen blasting him on Polish jobs search site as a sack of garbage, common thief, primitive scammer, and shameful jerk. But he claims that it was just a mistake during the excitement over his fellow countrymen's win. For years together with my wife, we have been involved. Okay, whatever. We're done with this one. Spent a little bit too much time on it. So this recently came across my desk. It looks like a user on, what is this? It says Tumblr right here. It's Tumblr post. I know this isn't the regular theme of this blog. It looks like it's normally a furry blog where they post sexually explicit pictures of humanoid animals. I know this isn't the regular theme of this blog, but I do need to share it somewhere because today someone called my local fire department because they found a horse. See, I normally call the fire department when there's a fire. But this person, what the fuck? Not only was it a not dead horse, they dug it up and it was a little muddy. So this horse was burrowing. What the hell? How the fuck does that happen? Pardon my French, but what the hell? I mean, is he hibernating or? And what kind of fire uniforms are these? They got no drip. Fire departments in England got no drip. And that's the breaking news for the week. Also, I thought firefighters were for fighting fire. Now we're calling them for horse dig upping. I think you gotta call a horse dig upper, not. I mean, if I was a firefighter and someone called me out to this, I'd have to be like, come on, guys, I'm not a horse digger upper. I'm a firefighter. I don't know how to dig up a horse. You gotta call a horse digger upper, which is probably a job in England. I mean, but look at this thing. This guy looks confused. This horse does. Oh well, more props to him. We wish him well. This post came across my desk. Someone paraglided into my kids' Zionist summer camp, and the Israeli staff and campers were all panicked, thinking it was a October 7th copycat attack. I saw my daughter's bunk run in a panic before they cut the pre-Shabbat ceremony live stream. So somebody paraglided, and they thought that it was a terrorist attack. Other parents getting texts from family working the camp said that the police are there and security is deployed. The kids are scared but safe. It seems like a random paraglider who doesn't know he... So... Oh, man. Imagine being in a summer camp that's so soft that someone goes paragliding and the entire camp gets PTSD. We're sorry the Mifkad live stream ended early. Mifkad was moved to the... I'm not trying to pronounce these shit. When a few paragliders flew low overhead and caught everyone's attention, they've now passed. It's all calm, and the campers are now happily heading to their regular whatever. We were in touch with a company that operates paragliders, requesting they do not fly over campus. Wish you all well. Shalah, shaboom, shatning, shadoom. So they had to cut the live stream because everyone at the camp got PTSD because they saw some paragliders. I think paragliders are some of the least scary people ever. Anyone I've ever met who likes paragliding is like frail and sickly, and it's also all they talk about. They're way more annoying than anything. I don't get this, but whatever. We wish them well. So up here, we got Venice pickpockets aim to sue citizen watchdogs. So yeah, there's a group of there's a group in Venice, Italy that in response to the amount of pickpocketing they've had of tourists lately, they set up a group, and they're like a neighborhood watch, kind of like we have over here on this side of the pond, and they're looking out for the freaking pickpocketers or whatever. I think they're just like watching them. I don't know what they're not like beating them up or anything like you should do. But anyway, this group of pickpockets from Venice are filing lawsuits against the people that are just trying to watch them pickpocket and be like, hey, you probably shouldn't do that. So, authorities step in. Venice's police chief, Arco Agostini, emphasized that private citizens cannot take on the role of law enforcement. The absence of clear national rules makes it difficult to respond effectively. Monica Pauli, the group's most visible figure, nicknamed Lady Pickpocket, expressed frustration at the legal backlash. We are on the side of legality, yet somehow become the guilty ones. So, this lady that's in charge of the pickpockets, she says, we're on the side of legality, and we don't know why we're being made out to be the guilty ones. Let me repeat that. Monica Pauli, Lady Pickpocket, who's the figurehead for this group of pickpockets, says she is on the side of legality and doesn't know why she's being made out to be guilty. Lady Pickpocket. Pickpocketing in Venice has grown increasingly aggressive, with reports of pepper spray being used and thefts occurring even inside churches. The frustration of residents has led to symbolic gestures such as the installation of a mock street sign reading Calle Pickpocket. And what does Calle mean? Or Calle? Because this is... Oh, it's street. I should have known that. It's just like Spanish. Calle Pickpocket. So Pickpocketers Street is what it's called. The paradox of citizens facing charges while trying to deter crime has underscored a gap in Italy's legal framework. Until clearer laws are enacted, Venice's volunteer patrols risk paying the price for their vigilance, while professional pickpockets continue to exploit the city's millions of annual visitors. Now, I saw a video from... I'm going to try to find this. It's in Rome, and this... Oh, I need a better mic stand, guys. This is not a very professional operation. There's a guy, I think it was in Rome, it might have been Paris, but I don't know. If you guys want a good time, after you finish watching the Allen Alert on the Real Ass News Network, just look up guys fighting scammers and, like, shit like that. Hold on. Oh, yeah, here we go. Hold on, let me give him his credit. Tyler Oliveira.
This is Rome, and that's me getting chased by scammers. Hey, what is the problem?
This stuff is awesome. I think the police eventually show up, but they don't do anything to these scammers. And they're all chasing him, throwing stuff at him. Hold on, this is the best part. Mamma mia. Big squad. I think I saw another video. I think it was in Paris where a guy like picked up some horse shit and threw it at his face. And it might have been the same guy. I know he does quite a bit of this stuff. Where is... I'm looking for... He like throws a can... Yeah, right here. Throws a can at him and he just... I don't know what it is. But... chases after him. Ah, that's freaking awesome. This is great stuff. Sprinting down the street, just getting chased by a bunch of guys. I don't know why they don't just leave him alone. I don't get it. I don't get approached on the street very often, but like a couple days ago, probably Tuesday, I was downtown and I get out of my pickup and this guy walks up to me, and downtown is like next to the jail, and this guy he's mumbling to himself and he tells me, I just left jail, man. That was the worst 4 days of my life. And I was like, well, what happened? He's like, oh man, the judge threw it out due to it's something about the police got the evidence in like an illegal way, so he got off. But he spent 4 days in jail for it, and he's like, "Man, you got a cigarette?" And I don't have any cigarettes. I didn't think I did, at least. And he starts walking away. He's like, "Oh man." And then he saw my pickup. I got a Packers stick or a Packers thing goes into my receiver hitch, and he's like, "Oh yeah, big Packers fan." And I was like, "Oh man." Because while he was in jail, the Packers traded for Micah Parsons, and so now every other team is screwed because we got Micah Parsons. But this guy, he starts jumping for joy, going crazy. Huge football fan. He had just left jail, had no idea. And so I was like, all right, man, I might have a cigarette. Let me look. And so I look around my pickup, and through center console and all that shit, I eventually found a pack from a long time ago that there was like one or two left. And I just gave him the pack and gave him a lighter, and he carried on his merry way. And I like to believe that gives me good karma. And with that good karma, hopefully I get more views on my YouTube channel, and then I get to, quit my job and live off of that full time. So that'd be great. A little bit about sports since I just started on it. I shared a video on Thursday night during the Eagles-Cowboys game about Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott. Come to find out, Dak spit first. Let's pull up that video. He gave this nasty smile. And so, okay, here we got it. He spits. It's not very good quality, so you can't really see, but he spits. Which is whatever. He spit at them, but this right here, that smile, I would have spit on him too. I would have been so pissed off. That freaking face. Oh my God. So I made Jalen Carter out to be a bad guy yesterday, and I would like to apologize, Jalen Carter. If you tune into the Real Ass News Network, I sincerely apologize. I did not realize that Dak Prescott did something like this. So more power to you. Unfortunately, he did get thrown out of the game, but the Eagles still won. Maybe not in quite as exciting of a fashion as they should have, but that would piss me off so much. I give props to Jalen Carter for stopping with just spitting on him. That face right there. Oh my God, he looks so smug. This is what's great about football. Football is back. We got divisional rivals getting thrown out of games because they're spitting on each other. And it's just men, just big men, just spitting. Just spit on them. I love to watch men spit on each other. All right. I'm recording this Friday night, and the Chargers are currently playing the Chiefs. And I'm willing to bet the Chargers are winning. Watch this. Yeah, 13-6. They're playing in Sao Paulo, Brazil, which sucks. Last year, that was where Jordan Love got hurt during the first game of the season. And they say it's because the grass is awkward and slippery because that's what they play. They play soccer there, and you need different types of grass. But also, the Chargers are traveling an insane amount already this year, and now it's like 1,000 miles to Sao Paulo. And that just kind of stinks. I'm just going to look up news. South Koreans are being swept up at an immigration raid at a Hyundai plant in Georgia. Well, that just doesn't... What the hell? You got to pay to... That's stupid. Anyway, let's look. Immigration raid at a Hyundai plant in Georgia. So you take South Korean people working for a South Korean company, Hyundai, making South Korean cars, and you don't just do it in South Korea. You're going to import the factory to Georgia. And then you import all the material, probably, also to Georgia. And then you import all the people to Georgia. Why not just do it in Korea? It looks like they're all getting sent back anyway. But the New York Times won't let me look at it. Hi, Lambo. What's up, buddy? Who's a good boy? Say hi. Come here. Come here. Come on. I normally don't let him do this. Aww. He's gonna lay down on the couch. Sounds like Trump's floating a nomination for Eric Adams. He's gonna help New Yorkers vote for him. I'm sick of it. This is all political shit. Who cares about politics? I should talk about what are people talking about today. The latest buzz in pop culture and news. You're watching the Allen Alert with our pop culture segment. I tried Nara Smith's deconstructed salad, and I think it's still under construction. That's pretty funny. Deconstructed salad. What the hell is that? There's no construction to a salad. There's no structure. That's the root of construction. So deconstructed salad. It looks like she's just got a freaking head of romaine lettuce with some shit on it. I mean, that's a salad, but it's just not chopped up yet. If anything, it's unconstructed because you didn't do it. Not deconstruct. It's not like you chopped it up and made a salad and then you made it back into a full head of lettuce. I hate this shit. Legendary rock group offers to be in Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding band. Foreigner. Well, they're getting rid of foreigners. Please accept this formal offer for wedding band. Best wishes, Foreigner. Personally, I don't like Foreigner. I think they kind of smell. I think they kind of stink. I don't think they're that good for us. I don't think we need more Foreigner around. Oh, NBC released a new spin-off series of The Office. It's called The Paper. And apparently it's just like what takes place after The Office. Or another series that's doomed to be canceled after one season by NBC. That's the problem with things these days. Nobody makes a new thing. They're never going to greenlight a new project, something new, something never thought of before, something that people love, that is novel and just really scratches that itch for people. They never greenlight that stuff. Like they don't want to greenlight an NBC paid version of the Allen Alert or the Real Ass News Network. They don't want to give me the $300,000 that I asked them for because they're too freaking scared to do anything new. They just want the reruns of the old shit. They just want to remake the old shit. Oh, let's make a live action version. Let's make another live action version. Let's make an animated version of an animated version and then make that live action. Let's find out what happened after. After what, you ask? I don't know. After freaking anything. Does Wendy's actually sell buckets of chili? No, but they do sell social media engagement. Salma Hayek celebrates 59th birthday with annual bikini pic. Single mother went viral for running a Burger King by herself for 12 hours. Then she was fired. Burger King says she's no longer employed due to repeat attendance issues. Her eyes are terrifying. Nikia Hamilton, single mom of 3 who's known as Burger King Mom, managed one of the chain's locations for 12 hours by herself, was recently fired. Wait, so she was running it like she was the only person there? TikTok post went viral. Columbia, South Carolina. One all TikTok, everything. Oh, so she was doing it all by herself. Posting a video with her kids' ages. Freaking typo on Today News. See, if they hired the Real Ass News Network instead of freaking these jokers over at Today, there wouldn't be stupid freaking typos like that. There would be worse stuff, but there wouldn't be typos like that. You name my name, not my story, Hamilton says. Okay. She's still got the fit on. Still wearing her uniform. Salute, soldier. She said she was fired because she had been late because of her kids. My kids come first. They really fired her because she went viral and exposed the restaurant. Well, one of the two things is right. Either way, she got fired, but she also got $130,000 from a GoFundMe. I think she's going to be all right. She can work at Wendy's or Starbucks or whatever. Or McDonald's. McDonald's just showed up. Cracker Barrel quietly removes out-of-date DEI and pride references from website. I don't know if I've ever seen a non-white person in a Cracker Barrel. I'm going to be honest with you. I've spent some time in a Cracker Barrel myself. I like to enjoy a chicken pot pie every, third Friday of the month. And all those years, Heidi Gardner's not returning to Saturday Night Live. I'm sure she's going to find something cool to do. Not much going on. My podcast setup kind of sucks. I don't have any experience in any of this stuff. I'm figuring it out as I go. I'm going through it here. I really need NBC to give me $300,000 to $350,000, and I can really get this figured out. But they won't greenlight anything new. I talked to the bigwigs. I talked to the staffers. I talked to everybody there. They said, your shit's great. You're going to be the next big thing, but we can't fund it. I think it has to do with the deep state. I really do. I think they have something out for me. They know that the Real Ass News Network is giving the real news that Americans need to hear. And I'm unapologetic about it. This whole company is devoted to bringing Americans the news that they deserve to hear. And I'm telling you, the deep state is trying to take us down because they know that we'll take them down first. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the Allen Alert. Lambo, what do you have to say about the Polish guy stealing the hat from the little kid? Lambo. Come on, we need news. Lambo. Give me something good.